Hi everyone, welcome to Book Boop. We're here. You can follow me on my journey of reading one book at a time. And today we'll be talking about Nightfall by Jake Halpern and Peter Kujawinski. So a really quick recap of this book. It's about this island called Bliss, where there are 14 years of day and 14 years of night. So literally from sunrise to sunset is 14 years, and then there's 14 years of nightfall or a night. And then as nightfall approaches, the people on this island, they all pack up all their stuff, kind of do some really weird stuff with their house to prepare to go, and they get on boats and they sail away and they go somewhere else. Come sail away, come sail. Okay, sorry, I had to break out of that. Anyways, so they sail away to a different place to ride out the night, and this kid goes missing and his friends go to look for him as nightfall approaches as they try to find their friend before they leave the island. So that's kind of the quick recap. It's definitely a suspenseful story, creepy story, kind of a thriller. I gave this one, honestly, 2.5 stars out of 5. I was not a huge fan of this particular book. I loved the concept. I absolutely love the concept. It sounded really, really cool. I loved the cover. It's got this Stranger Things look to it, which is really neat. I don't think I've ever said this before about a book, but this was actually a story I think would have been better served well as a movie or something like that. I didn't particularly love reading this story as it was. And to be honest, it took probably a good 100 pages or more until I felt truly invested in the story and the story actually picked up for me. And I had trouble connecting with the characters pretty much the entirety of the time. And even once it got to kind of the more scary, creepier bits of the story, which it did get pretty creepy, there was a disconnect for me. And it felt like watching a horror movie, if that makes sense. So I feel like it would have been really cool to watch as a movie or something, but I didn't overly end up loving the story coming across in book form, which is disappointing because I thought this was going to be really cool, and it was a cool story. So if you're looking for something that is definitely creepy, kind of has this sort of like monsters lurking in the dark kind of vibe, I would definitely go for it. I think probably my favorite thing about this book, and this is super random, is that one of the characters in this book actually reminded me of a character from Troll Hunters, if you've seen that on Netflix. I can't remember the name of the character, but it's the changeling that's like the lady, and she's got like that really long pointy chin, and she's got like the swishy blades. There's this one character in here that reminds me of her, so that was kind of fun to have sort of a mental picture of that for some reason. But yeah, this book was kind of a miss for me, unfortunately, and I love me some creepy reads, so I was a little disappointed with this one. But I'd say give it a try if you really like sort of that monster in the dark vibe and something's lurking around every corner and also being in the woods at night. If you like that, then you'll probably like this book. So I would go for it. Otherwise, I think this was just a one-time read for me. And if this comes out like as a movie at some point, I might go see that because I think it'd be fun to see it in that form. But if you read this book, if you read Nightfall, please let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. If you kind of felt the same way I did, or if you really loved it or even hated it more than I did, let me know what you thought. But thank you so much for watching. You rock. And don't forget to keep reading. And also, on this side, if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click on that. And if you want to watch another one of my videos, you can click on this. So, cool. All right. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Bye.